Hello and welcome back to West of Loathing. In the last episode we cleared out Gun Manor, albeit not with the best kind of the best ending, but well, a satisfying ending no less. I do think there was one thing more, so we'll actually go back and visit, because in the basement of Gun Manor there is a laboratory. On that is a workbench. And we happen to have a blueprint. Make Mrs. Gunn's opus. How good is that? This is the best gun Mrs. Gunn never got the chance to make. You vow to commit so much violence in her name. Aha! That's that's a step up. Woo! Yeah. Technically, we could also make it silented, but silencing it doesn't actually do anything other than change the sound when fired, and that only works for the standard attack, the shoot nanny. So the one where you shoot multiple times, and the shoot 'em up, where you shoot up into the air and hit random targets, still sounds like regular gun sounds. So yeah, it adds no stats. Like, the stealth is not a part of this game at all. Right, now we're done with Gun Manor. Now we can take a look at the map and oh, when did it? All right, well. We got a location over here. Oh, you find a big crate, which probably fell off a wagon on its way to a ranch or something. Unless it's just kind of grew here in the wild. You have seen a lot of weird-looking cactuses on your travels. Oh, orthopedic boots. That's not bad. Oh. Anything about the spooky trees? So, likely we're a lot overpowered for where we'd actually want to be. Can I? Alright. We gotta explore this area before we head deeper in. Is there a significance to the... Oh! Strange, there's a keyhole in the trunk of this tree. Uh-huh. I knew there was something to explore. Oh, hello. You see the ghost of an elderly woman holding flowers. She seems lost and depressed, above and beyond what's expected for a ghost. Howdy, ma'am, is there something I can help you with? Oh, it's so awful, I can't remember at all. Let's start at the beginning, okay? Well, you see, I had 4 daughters. They married 4 brothers, the Smith boys. And after that, they each had 5 daughters of their own. Fortunately, I outlived every one of the 24 of them. You know you're a ghost, right? Oh, yes, in fact. I died here in this graveyard where they're all buried. I came to visit them, and I suppose my poor old heart finally gave out. That's not a problem, though. 95 years is a pretty good run, after all. So what did you forget? I brought this bouquet of flowers to put on my favorite granddaughter's grave, but I can't remember which one of them was my favorite. I'm so ashamed I can't bear to leave until I remembered. Well, maybe I can help you figure it out. Oh, thank you, I'd appreciate that ever so much. No problem, man. Can you remember anything about your granddaughter? Well, I'm certain her first name ended with a vowel. Okay, anything else? I remember I was 40 when she was born. No. 37? Or was it 42? It must have been somewhere in that range, at least. Okay, so she died at 95. Well, we don't know when the granddaughter died, so that doesn't tell us anything just yet. Like, she would have been, at max, she would have been 47. And at the lowest, she would have been 42. Where, 42. No. yeah. That was, math. Anything else? Her first name was longer than her last, just like mine. Okay, anything else? And remember, she wasn't buried next to any of my daughters. Okay, anything else? She passed at the same age as poor Becky, who was always in such ill health. Anything else? Oh, her favorite hobby was knitting. She knit me a lovely sweater for Crimbo just a year before she died. And that's all I can remember. Knitting, okay. I'll be back in a minute, yeah. Oh! What? First Becky Smith? What? Faye Smith. Faye Smith. Faith. Fidelity. Farah. Who? You uncover a coffin that was apparently delivered by mail because it still has the address printed on it. Either that, or this was a joke about somebody going to Hellstrom Ranch after they die. Don't know exactly what the joke was there, but alright. Magdalene. Oh, great. There are multiple Beckys. Well, at least two. Linda, Leilani, Lenore, Penelope, Patricia, Leslie, Lilith. Well, there are three at least. Oh, wow. Billy Spider McKinley. Turned out to be way more than one. I'm guessing that's spiders. Oh. The ground seemed reasonably soft. Armor skin cap. Big Bob Hurlingham. Truck pie. Looks like there's a whole gang buried here. Yeah, so Florence isn't with us because, well, obviously. Alright. Oh, that's quite a lot of hit points they have. Alright, let's take one of them down at least. Ooh, a buffer! No sirree! That's... Oh, there are two of them. Blech. That's awful. Well, this doesn't work on a skeleton. Well, this, I mean... Alright, well... That's one less. But still, the fact that this guy can buff, that's really bad. Alright, let's take them out as we can. Hold on. Go this. Go for this. Don't we have some kind of medicine? Won't end your turn, yeah. Just two. Okay, so shooting this guy... I'm not gonna... Let's see. Won't kill him, but... We'll certainly weaken him up. Yeah, there we go. Now next round should be a cinch. Alright, well, I expect to get a lot of experience from this. Ooh! Safe crack in level 3! Alright. Here lie the sweet gang. May they never wake up. Well, they did. Sweet sword. What is that? Well, it gives more moxie. It's not as great if we were to encounter cows, which we are probably going to, but against anything else, it's great. So just have to remember that we do have something that's better for cows. Oh. Oh, God. Don't tell me it's more of the Smiths. Shank Weems. Scotch Turkington. Decent whiskey, decent whiskey. I'll take decent whiskey then. Died as he lived, screaming. Ugh. The remains of a picnic. Gothic cameo. Alright. Oh, this graveyard is big then. Oh, what? Who there? This tombstone is big and fancy and has a door in the front. I'm gonna leave it alone for now. I said, oh, we don't have a needle. Well, we do actually. Alright. Ooh. Read the document. Oh, yeah, burial wishes of Philip Irongloat. Take the object. Key fragment. Okay. Okay, so it doesn't change. Alright. Well, we can open this then. Shed Bosley. Take the object. Aha. There's some sort of enigma going on here. So, actually, let's do that straight away. If we go to the silversmith's house, we can make needles. Ha ha! And these are like silver wedding ring are semi-reasonable drops that happen. So you can make 2 bullets, and each bullet makes 2 needles. Oh, each bullet makes 2 needles, which means that you get 4 needles out of 2 bullets. I haven't yet had a need for silver bullets, so I'm not entirely sure what they're for. I mean, obviously something is going to be like, a grim-looking cowboy rides up and blocks your path. Hold it, this area is full of cows and... Ooh. And I can't let you any further. It ain't safe for regular folks. Y'all go ahead and turn back now. Well, thanks for the warning, but what if I refuse? I'll use force if I gotta. You're going to ensure my safety by beating me up? I recognize the conundrum, but that's the times we're living in. Let Susie handle this one. Appreciate the warning, but never let a damn cow tell me what I can and can't do. I ain't about to start now. I get what you're saying, but I think you're underestimating. You want to count the notches on my rifle butt? Alright, it's on your own heads then. Ain't nothing new. So, we weren't gonna fight the cows? Okay. A hornswoggling is not up to the snuff for that task. But get the flip out of here with that. Boop. Can I maybe combine these? Assemble the key. Voila! Tontine key. Could that be the key for the tree? Ah! It could! Tontine treasure chest. Open it. Unbreakable ruby. This chest contains a lone but extremely large gemstone and a document describing a tontine, which you apparently won despite not even signing up for it. Unbreakable ruby. So this is why they formed that tontine. 2,000 meat! Woo-wee! Nice! That's not a bad idea. That's a pretty good deal. Alright, let's go deeper. Still further in. Yeah. Xavier J. Horndog. Plot 3. Ooh. Floating bones. Crush them, dispel them, shoot them. You draw your pistol and deftly shoot the floating bones into bits that are too small to float. Oh, the necromancers! The cultists look like they're barely maintaining control over that skeleton. Wait a while and see what happens. You hide behind a tombstone and wait. After a few moments, the skeleton wrests itself from the cultist's control and goes on a rampage. Bones and teeth fly everywhere, and none of them belong to the skeleton, if that gives you any indication of how the fight turns out. Seemingly satisfied with the carnage it has caused, the skeleton scratches something into the ground, then shuffles off to the south. Qa'Rajh. Yep. Fundamentals of next mix. It's... Oh! I didn't know I had stench resistance, but apparently I did. Looks like one of the necromancer's cults has gotten written up. Two more of these and he'll be ritually eviscerated. Nothing personal, it's just corporate policy. Ooh, raise a skeletal body skill. This seems like it's probably pretty dangerous. Sure. Question is, does that work alongside my snake? Or is that a separate kind of ordeal? Right, let's go for digging up more graves. If they let me. They did! Hello? Oh, hello? Who are you? My name is Bernard, but shh, lower your voice, they hear us. Who, the cultist? Shh, yes. Not a fan? They're reanimating dead people's skeletons. I don't want to be reanimated. It sounds horrible. Can you imagine having to walk around without your skin on? How embarrassing, not to mention cold. Sure, well, plus, I mean, dying's hard enough. Who wants to come back to life just when you got used to being dead, right? I can see that. Please, can you do something? I don't want them to find me. Well, I took care of them already. Great. Phew, that's a load off of my mind, let me tell you. Here, you can have this worry stone. I don't need it now. Cool. You... Alright. I mean, I guess that works. Bit of an odd selection of things. Okay, let's try and see if we can... What is with these numbered plots? I bet that's for later. Okay, so... Ended on a vowel. Let's see. That's a vowel. That's not a vowel. That is a vowel. That's not. That is. That is. That isn't. That is. Oh, wait, no. Y is not a vowel in English, which is like... Y. Yeah, not the letter Y, but the question. That's... okay. That isn't... That is... That is... Meso? That is... that isn't... That is... That isn't... That is... 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 That isn't... That is... Rebecca Smith. Oh, holy hell! Wait a minute. First name ended on a vowel. That's useless. First name was longer than her last. Wait, are you Rebecca Smith? Gah! Biscuits! Hold on. When did you die? 1895. Let's see, are there any of these that are... No, so Rebecca is her name. Okay. Ended on a vowel. Useless. Well, more or less useless. Wasn't buried next to any of my daughters. So that means that the graves around it are all granddaughters, which means that they are relatively young-ish. Died as poor Becky, who we know that there are at least 3, I think. And knitting, which, I mean, there definitely isn't a knitted, which would be a dead giveaway, obviously, not to make a pun here. So we got first Becky Smith, but we know it's not first because, well, first isn't longer than Smith and doesn't end in a vowel. Mezzo? Oh. Mezzo isn't longer than Smith either. Little is longer than Smith and ends in a vowel. Okay, so how old is she? She is 16. Oh. So someone who turned 16 and isn't buried next to an older one. 19. I'm just going on the age now because that's literally the best clue there is. 16. Way too old. But yeah, that doesn't fit with this because that's an older one. That's too old. So we know that's 15, so that won't do. It's too old. Too old. Way too old. Too old. Too old. Too old. Way too old. Too old. Too old. Also 15. 16. It could be Lenora because Leilani isn't an older gravestone. Yeah, I think Lenora is the yeah, I think I know who she was. Okay, let's get the clues again. Come on. Too despondent. Oh. Okay, so I have to sleep to actually try again. Well, that's no good. Can't do that. We can, however, go to the railroad camp and see what's up. Oh. There's a sudden thrilling whoosh sound, and a man dressed in all dark grey with a long floppy cloak and a grey bandana pulled up to conceal his face appears out before you out of the shadows. He brandishes a wicked-looking knife at you accusingly. Stop right there. Prove your allegiance or I'll suffer no cultists in this place. Could you be more specific? The necromancer's cultists. The skeleton guys. Well, I hope... A vigilante cultist hunter. Well, I don't really want to kill you, guy, but I mean, you're not giving me much of a choice here. So, you beat the guy up, but stopped short of killing him, since this is basically just a big misunderstanding. Ooh. Apply 3 poison. And deals good damage too. But it does not up my moxie. Alright, let's see. Manifest Destiny Railroad Company. Ooh. Are we there yet? No, we're not. The Bronze Buffalo. Yep. Good old tin cabbage. sleepwalked here. This guy has stopped messing with his watch and started eating jelly beans. What you got there? Jelly beans? Yep. Can I have one? Nope. Please? Nope. Get your own. Well, I never. Actually, can I... where'd you get them? A little south way here from a fellow named Roy Bean. Roy Bean's House of Justice and Jelly Beans. Right, okay. What? It's one of those paid telescopes for tourists. This one was designed by a promising young artist named Edward Monk. You pay your meat and look through the telescope at the big canyon. It sure is big. It'll take quite a bridge to get across that thing, that's for sure. How's me? Stuck again? Yep. Got ourselves one hell of a canyon to get across and no materials for bridge building. Any ideas? Well, there's an old mine town up north called Brentwood. They opened a lumber camp after the mines dried up. If you can fix a deal with them for the lumber we need, I can handle the engineering side of things. Okay, where is it? Smee marks the location of the Brentwood camp on your mark. Cause anything you find to build a bridge out of is fine by me, but that seems like the simplest option. I'll see what I can do. So you're telling me a life supply of dynamite won't help in this regard? I have my doubts to that. Oh, well, Roy Bean's house sure is a long way away. But, I might as well go there, right? Oh! Through the shimmering waves of heat, you see a massive pile of bones on the horizon, and Veer races toward it to investigate. It turns out to be an even more massive pile of bones than you initially thought. Oh, Susie could use some more... No, let's not go there yet. Oh, that is big. Oh. I heard about this ranch in the area that might be notable. What do you mean? It's one that never were attacked by cows. Huh? Yeah, that might be worth investigating. Okay, what should we do next? Smee probably still waiting on lumber from Brentwood. Yeah. Ooh. There's a single yellow jelly bean in this case, with a sign that says Paraguayan Murder Bee Honey Jelly Bean. Very rare. 6,000 meat. What kind of lunatic would pay 6,000 meat for a jelly bean? I probably would, but spittoon. As soon as you get near the spittoon, you can smell the overpoweringly sweet stench it exudes. Nauseatingly sweet, like the rotting corpse of a dead gummy bear. Garish rainbow colors swirl together in congealing psychedelic madness. Is Roy using jelly beans as chewing tobacco? Yes. Yes, of course he is. We're talking about a bowl of jelly beans that have been sucked on, half chewed, then spat into a brass bucket. Do you seriously want to put your hand in that swill of artificial coloring and thickened saliva? It will probably never be clean again. Look, I'm serious. You're about to permanently dye your hand with a swirling mishmash of the worst colors in the spectrum. No one will even have a tattoo that looks as gross or as stupid. Give it to me. Well, I tried. Don't say I didn't warn you. Spittoon hand. Whoa! Well, that's awesome! That's cold resistant, heat resistant, and sleaze resistant. I mean, I would like it also to be stench resistant, but yeah. You plunge your hand into the spittoon and fish around for a while. Eventually you pull out a really disgusting pistol and a really disgusting hand to shoot it with. Yay! What's on the hook? Not for sale, not for sale, not for sale. Howdy there, pilgrim. Name's Roy Bean. Howdy, Roy. I'm Rain Bowles. What do you do here? Well, when I first came to these parts, it was all about two things. Dispensing justice and dispensing jelly beans. I was the biggest name in bounty hunting and candy selling anyone ever heard of. Gosh, what happened? Oh, nothing particularly tragic. Got old is all. Hung up my pistol for good. He points to the wall. He looked, pointing at an empty hook on the wall. They still sell some jelly beans from time to time, but they're out of fashion. The old place is just a jelly bean museum now. Seems like the sign out front isn't very accurate then. How do you mean? Well, if you aren't dispensing justice anymore, maybe it should just say museum. Guess you got a point. For a jelly bean museum, I sure don't see very many jelly beans. Ha! Bunch of crooks and shady characters stole them all. All 3 jars. Suppose they think I'm a soft target now and retired. Oh, shucks. I'll help you get them back. Well now, I certainly appreciate the assistance. Can't offer much in the way of reward, but I can tell you which way the first group of thieves went, if you happen out that direction. Jelly bean thieves hideout. Okay, I'll go get them. Can we, Right. Ooh. Well, let's there's a skeleton out here in the desert. That's not very strange, because people die all the time in the desert. The skeleton, though, is doing arm curls with a pair of iron dumbbells. He doesn't have any muscles, but somehow his bones are extremely ripped and or swole. That doesn't even begin to make any sense. Yes. I'm gonna fight him. Thick-boned skeleton. Well, sorry to beat it to you, buddy, but not thicker than bullets. Oh! It's a brochure. You're sure of it, bro? Extra large boots. Ooh, those are actually kind of neat. Let's see. Silkdon's booth, yeah, maximum 1 AP. I mean, we do get a little bit of lower Moxie, but we also get more AP. No, we get the same amount of AP, but 4 armor, which means now that the enemies are starting to get a little more on the high side of things, that it's actually not a bad thing. Do we have any better pants? +1 armor. We don't really need the cold resistance, but the item finding bonus is nice. Just as the lodestone ring that gives more meat for some reason. Worrystone. +6 Moxie. Well, that's not better than my attorney damage, my attorney badge, so... Gothic cameo. Spooky resistance. Spell damage, 3 Moxie. Again, none of it's better than... What do we have for hats? Marmot skin, pistol attack damage, that would be nice. Sloppy top hat, not very nice. Old patrol cap, pistol damage, gas mask, defense resistance, strange head sack, muscle, cultist mask, mysticality, pope hat, black hat, Ellsbury's helmet, and floppy dubby. Yeah, none of that is really better than my current armor and regeneration bonus, so okay. Gymnasium? Isn't this supposed to be a ranch? Boop. Boop. Lockpicking 3! Okay. Okay. We need some leveling to do for that. What? Maybe I should read the brochure. It's just a brochure about a weird combination dude ranch sanatorium down south. There's nothing in it you don't know already, so you toss it. Oh, so finding that would otherwise have given me the location. Right, so I just happened to be en route to that location when I found it. Okay. We do need to earn some meat. Insert your limbs. Okay. It's gotta be a right combination of things to do here. Rules. It's a list of draconian fitness rules the guest of this sanatorium had to adhere to. According to the scale, you weigh 31 slugs. You don't know how to use the scale properly. Years worth of height and weight recordings for the ranch customers. It is the most boring book you ever read in its entirety. According to this ruler, you are 7 kilograms and 8 inches tall. You don't know how to use this ruler correctly. God damn it! The label on this thing says dough press. Purity is the best sauce. I mean, I understand why this hasn't been enjoying nothing. Ooh, there's a skeleton in this bed, and he's wearing weird metal pants. Chastity. What? Are they better than what I have? I was supposed to give a lot. These pants are optimally designed for preventing access to the contents. They don't even give armor. Ooh. Ah, biscuit. I need lockpicking 3 to come here to do anything. It looked like a torn out paper of a diary page. So, supposed to achieve purity of glands, but I can't stand sleeping in those metal pants. They're so noisy, especially when I... Let's not. Kellogg's office? A menacing ape skeleton. Oh, he's a ghost, right. Whoa, hello? Hello! So you're a ghost, huh? Yes, it disappears so, and alas, without me here to instruct them in my regimen of purity, all my patients have fled. That's probably not exactly why. They're likely out ravaging the countryside in their own bodies. One cannot have purity of soul without the purity of the body, you know. What's this whole purity kick about, anyway? My threefold path to the elimination of corrupting influences. Would you like to hear about it? Sure, lay it on me. First step I call purity of the glands. One must rid oneself of all romantic and sexual desires and cease any self-polluting activities. Like what? Smoking cigars? Well, yes, I'm speaking more of, nighttime activities. Alone. What? Anyway, that's the first step. Okay, what's the second step? The second step is purity of guts. This is accomplished through frequent cold water enemas. Yikes. And the consumption of wholesome, nutritious grain flakes manufactured through my personal scientifically developed recipe. What makes them any different from other breakfast cereals? Did you not hear me? The recipe is scientifically developed. Alright then, the third step. The final step is purity of muscles. I've developed an extensive exercise regimen featuring several workout machines that I have invented myself. Neat. And all of this together, what was it? My regimen eliminates corrupting influences from the body, thus purifying the body, mind, and soul. Well, that sounds like a good result to shoot for, and it works? Certainly it does. Just look at me. You're dead. Only coincidentally. Uh-huh. Right. Well, I don't think we can do much since we don't have the lockpicking ability. Right, well then that is a bust. But I think we're also out of time for this episode. So, in the next one... Let's see. I mean, we could go after the thieves, or we could go after the buffalo pile. You know what? I'm not going to record it, but I am going to roll a die. Let's see what haven't we rolled in a while. How about a d12? Yeah, that sounds like a reasonable thing. If it's odd, we'll go to the jelly beans hideout. If it's even, we'll go to the buffalo pile. Here goes. 11. We will go to the jelly bean thieves hideout. But that's for next episode. Until then, take care.